And so Abdul Baha, he's the son of the Prophet. He's not a prophet himself, but he's the guardian of the religion. For a long, long time, he guides the religion. He stands on the top of the observation deck where we entered. Of course, there was no observation deck back then. He looks down and says, I want one day for people to be able to look down and see the most beautiful sight there is to be seen anywhere in the world, on this mountain slope. Okay? That was the beginning of the idea. Now, Baha'i people plan for the long run. So Abdul Baha said that. They started thinking about it, started planning, they started buying up the land. They finished buying the land before 1948. Okay? Still nothing was built. They started in the 50s, they added the second floor of this building and the Golden Dome. 1957 is when this iconic building was completed. And in the 50s they also built some of the nice buildings to the right, the neoclassical buildings with the green rooftops. We're going to talk about when we see them better. But these gardens, especially the top part of the gardens, they only started researching the plants in 1987. Okay? I was born in 88, so just before I was born, I started researching which plants can survive, which irrigation systems conserve water best. So 2 years of research. In 1989 they started building this. In 2001, only 16 years ago, on the Baha'i New Year, which is March 21st, they opened these wonderful gardens to the general public. Okay? The first thing to remember is this is the iconic part of Haifa, and it's very, very neat. Okay? Hello? It's very, very neat. Okay, why are the gardens built? So there's no need to guess. We can ask Sahaba, who's the architect. He's a Baha'i Canadian, Persian Canadian Baha'i, living in Canada still today. And he says that first of all, Baha'i gardens are intended for all of humanity to enjoy. Okay, which is why they offer free tours for the public all the time. Okay. There's also no Baha'i symbols anywhere in the gardens. So who asked about the peacock? Can you remember your name? It's Paul. Harris? So, Harris. So, all the stuff you see here, you see eagles, you see peacocks, you see these Fabergé eggs is what I call them, you see vases over there. None of this is a Baha'i symbol, it's just purely decorative. Shukri Effendi, the great-grandson of the Prophet, he used to live here in the 50s, he really loved peacocks. Right? He really loved peacocks, and that's why he asked to put the statues of peacocks. There used to be live peacocks wandering around in the 50s actually. There is also another explanation. He says, Sahaba says that if the shrine is the diamond of the religion, the glorious diamond of the religion, then the gardens are the ring on which the diamond sits. So it gives more context. It makes the shrine even more beautiful. It gives it more context. Okay. There is, however, some general symbolism here. For instance, the water flowing down there's supposed to be an illusion of water flowing down all the way from the top to the bottom. Like you saw the canals along the way. It's an illusion because they conserve water. So there's an independent circulatory system in each and every terrace. Very, very clever systems. They pump their own water. They do some very, very clever stuff here. Water is a symbol of life. In any hot country, most of you are from northern countries, so you might not be aware of it, but there's not that much water in Israel. So it's a very big thing here. Also, there's nothing coincidental here. Also, the fact that there's so little shade, we have to run around and seek a bit of shade every time. There's no coincidence. Sahaba says that since the Bab, the first prophet, spent his last years in an underground prison cell, remember I talked about that? He had no light, and so the place where he's buried is going to be washed with light. During the day, you have plentiful sunshine, as you can see and feel those of you standing in the sun. During the night, you see all these lamps along the staircase. I don't know, has anybody seen Haifa at night? Mm-hmm. So some of you might recognize this beautiful view. They light up the whole mountainside. Okay, I call it a river of light. It's really one of the best sights to be seen when you're at the German colony at night. It's wonderful. So that's the general symbolism. There's another function for this called the function for the gardens. It's intended for the pilgrims. We just saw a few pilgrims walking up. So pilgrims come here. Every Baha'i person is supposed to come to the Holy Land, which is Israel, at least once in their lifetimes, to commit pilgrimage, if they can do so, if they can afford so financially and physically. Pilgrimage lasts 9 days, and before they enter the shrine, they have to walk through the garden. So they don't walk it like we walk, you know, taking photos for Facebook and having fun, telling jokes or whatever. For them, it's a religious ceremony, right? They walk down, they think, they sit down on these benches, they read their holy texts. So of course, the fact that it's so quiet, it's so beautiful, so nice here, really, really helps them. The fact that the terraces repeat themselves, if you notice that we're walking through the same two terraces over and over. Sahaba says that it's supposed to calm down their mind. It says that when you walk through the same pattern over and over again, your mind calms down and gets into this repetitive kind of mode of thinking, which is conductive to prayer. Okay? So I think, did anybody ask me how they pay for this? No, okay, right? So Hebrew-speaking groups, sorry? Hebrew-speaking groups, which are less polite than you are. This is the first question I get, way up there, right? It's on everybody's mind. You see this and like, who the hell paid for all of this? Answer is Baha'i communities around the world. Why? The Baha'u'llah, the second prophet, forbade his believers explicitly from ever taking a penny to their holy causes like this place from anyone who's not Baha'i. That's why the tours are always for free. Always. Every tour here is always for free because they cannot accept, physically, they cannot accept money. Or not physically, religiously, they cannot accept money from non-believers. So these gardens cost $250 million just to build. About $2 million to maintain every year. You see the gardeners working hard. There's about 100 gardeners working here daily. 70 of them paid Israelis. 30 of them Baha'i volunteers from around the world. The paid Israelis need to be paid. So it's about $200 million for the maintenance. Everything comes from Baha'i, voluntary Baha'i donations from around the world. Okay? Sorry? Tzedakah, yeah.
Baha'i are there around the world.
Okay, I'm going to talk. That's the most interesting part. Of course, I leave it to the end. You can start guesswork in the meantime.